Hutcheson. I work for GEICO Honda on the Christian Craig machine. Yeah, we don't necessarily want to get too much water in the bike throughout the day. We usually only wash it in between motos, or before motos and in between. In between practices, not really a big deal. We don't really want to be getting too much water in all the connectors and all the grease and all the bearings. Try to keep it dry a little bit. Just try to hit some of the key areas like foot pegs, and maybe I like to hit the chain a bit, get all the mud out of the sprocket, the chain guide, make sure nothing's balled up. But other than that, all we like to do really is hit it with some Windex, get the sponsors happy, clean the graphics off, you know, get some of the moving parts. That's about it. Usually Windex, but then also AMSOIL has a product called Miracle Wash that we love using. It's kind of like a dry wax and really puts a shine on it, like almost like your SC1 kind of thing, but it's really not slippery and kind of gets that dry feel to it. I mean, for having the pressure washer available still, you know, in between practices, I don't like to use it. Right before first moto, we'll get a good wash in, make sure the bike's good to go, everything's prepped. We have enough time then to really go through everything and make sure nothing's wrong. And then in between motos, depending on how the track is, if it's dry, really the only thing you might use it for is making sure to cool the engine off as quick as possible. If you got to do clutch, or just make sure it's not too hot going into the second moto, only being 45 minutes apart. But if you don't have to wash, we still don't. Not at all. You can hit the engine. You know, you want to stay away from the connectors and everything around it, but hitting the engine in general and just cooling it off is always a good thing. We tear down the bikes every week and we never really wash the harness. We don't care if it's dirty week to week. We wipe it down with some Windex, try not to get connectors corroded or anything like that. And then also, we really try to stay out of the wheel bearings as much as possible. We have plugs for all our wheels, just because it's a pain to replace them. It's not steering stem. We re-grease every single week, but on practice bikes, try to stay away from washing it. And same with linkage, you know, we go through it enough that we can wash it, but still like to keep the water out throughout the day. Air compressor obviously to dry it off, a little bit of rag here and touch up, but also use the air compressor to blow dirt out, all the chunks and little stuff. When you're not washing, you can use air. Keep water out, still stay away from all the same stuff. You don't want to be blowing air and dirt into things that you don't want it to be in. But you can blow it off the bike, you know, all the top of the swing arm, underneath your fender. It just helps you with your whole process.